Yo, what up,
Exactly right. Let's keep
friend?
it moving to UFC 308 this Saturday from Abu Dhabi, the Etihad Arena. The main event will be Illia Topuria putting his title up against the former champ, Max Holloway. And then in the co-main event, we have the ex-UFC middleweight title holder, Robert Whitaker, one of your favorites, I know. He's a tough fighter, facing off Hazmat Chimaev. And these bouts occur. There's a possible title eliminator earlier in the card. Magomed Ankalaev against Rakic. Rakic, yep. And then so this is going to be a stacked and packed card, as we will expect when they go overseas. So go ahead and talk about the Ankalaev versus Rakic fight, please.
All right, so that's who I was talking about earlier. Who I think Dana White is hiding from Alex Pereira is Magomedov Ankalaev. I'm going to butcher his name, so I'm going to say Magomed. But he's part of the Dagestan wrestling crew with Khabib and the rest of them. So he's only had one loss in the UFC, and that was a last-minute submission to Paul Craig in London. Okay, since then he's torn through just about everybody in the UFC. He's just like all the other 205ers. He's knocked out Johnny Walker. That was the last fight when he fought over in Abu Dhabi. And he had a draw with Jan Blachowicz, who got the belt. That was his title. I think it was his title fight against Jan Blachowicz, and he had a draw with him, which was a pretty boring fight. But this guy's a A1 superstar wrestler, okay? And that's who you do not want Pereira to fight. You can't have him fight a wrestler, because when he fought Jan Blachowicz, I thought Jan Blachowicz won that fight, but they gave it to Pereira. It was his first fight at 205, but you can't have him fight a wrestler. So if he fights a wrestler, it'd be just like when Sugar Shane just lost to the Machine Marat recently, okay? And that's who Dana White didn't want him to fight. So that's the cash cow. Keep the cash cow away from the villain, Magomed. But yeah, Rakic, he's the one that's in that highlight where Khalil Rountree does that John Jones oblique kick and kicked the side of his kneecap and basically shredded his knee. I think that move should be illegal. John Jones is doing it against Rampage. Rampage said he still limps to this day, but he's a good fighter out of Serbia. He knocked out Dominic Reyes pretty bad a couple years ago, but this is a good fight at 205. Magomed should win because they're fighting in Abu Dhabi. Magomed, yeah. So this fight, he should get Rakic. He should beat him. But I just feel like they're slowing. He's gonna ascend up to become champion if he beats Rakic, and then finally goes against Alex Pereira as Omar hops out and hops in because he was pop locking and doing all that stuff. I don't know what the hell he was saying, but But anyways, I'm going to talk to you guys. But yeah, this fight, I'm pretty pissed because the Serial Gone fight is off on this card. That was going to be another good banger. We got Jeff Neal going against Rafael dos Santos. That's going to be a pretty good card. And I got Jeff Neal winning that. You back? We good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right, there we good. Now we're rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
I got Magomed witness.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, no, that was my and before, I don't know what happened there. The internet was fine, and then all of a sudden it went haywire. But before my internet went haywire, my apologies, everybody. I just wanted you to go into that because I knew that's who you were alluding to. That has the offensive wrestling that would give Alex Pereira fit. So since I knew that's why you had kind of alluded to him earlier, that's why I brought that fight up and wanted to see what your thoughts were on that. And what I was.
But he's next in line, and they're hiding because his wrestling is it's up there, and it'll be embarrassing for Alex Pereira, unfortunately.
Awesome.
But
all right, well,
detonator.
What do you think for that though? You mentioned earlier you think he might escape to heavyweight? Do you think that is something that Dana White will let him do, or do you believe that he'll have them fight first before that?
I think it depends on what happens next month in New York. The day after Tyson fights Jake Paul is going to be John Jones versus Stipe Miocic in New York. So I think that's really going to depend on what happens with that fight. The money fight will be if he moves up, fights John Jones. If John Jones doesn't retire, yes, you do have the interim champion from England. His name is drawing a blank, but you have him right there waiting. who John Jones should be fighting.
Aspinall.
But Tom Aspinall. He's right there. But I feel like John Jones. I mean, Stipe should be fighting that fight, but we'll get into that when that week, because that will go to the Tyson fight too. But we'll go where I'm gonna go in on that one. That don't make no sense. But yeah, John Jones getting another gimme. But I tell you guys right now, I can't bet against John Jones. It's against my religion. I can't do it. So much as I want to see him lose, he always wins. So
yeah.
Always win.
If you've been watching this program for the past 2 years, we are coming up on our 2nd year anniversary of doing this show. If you've been watching that, you will know Clubber D's distaste for John Jones's activities outside of the ring, but is very much a proponent and advocate of his skills and legendary status inside of the ring. Would I be correct in saying that, sir?
Inside the cage, he is the man. If he's not eye poking or kicking knees, he's the man. You can't beat him. You know what I'm saying? I've only seen that man in my eyes. I thought he lost 3 times. No, sorry, 2 times. It just didn't go. Dominic Reyes and Gustafsson. I thought he lost those fights. They were close. Thiago Santos is another one I thought he lost, but it is what it is. He still got the nod, so I'm not going to argue that. He's undefeated. Only loss he had, I think, should be taken away, was the Matt Hamill 12-degree elbow strike, which was stupid. He's beating Matt Hamill's ass anyways. But he's the man. He's beat a who's who at 205. So.
All right. Well, let's get into that co-main event. Then we have at middleweight, again, Robert Whitaker. Obviously, at this point, very much so a gatekeeper, but a freaking warrior. And so finally, Chimaev, was very shiny there for a while. A little bit of that shine has dulled for some fans out there on the internet. And again, anyways, Chimaev's most recent victory was against Kamaru Usman, but that bout happened at middleweight. Now Chimaev is facing another ex-champ, this one a true middleweight, and Whitaker, right? Again, is just a warrior that is going to bring it all to the ring and give everything he has. So, what are your thoughts on this huge main event, co-main event?
Well, Hamzat, as my dog is about to get kicked out of my room here in a second. Hamzat, I put it like this: the man's 13-0. Okay, he's 30 years old now. He came into UFC. He fought twice at 2 different weight classes in 10 days, back in 2020, and then turned around in 3 months, fought at another weight class and ran through homeboy in September. I think Jared Merchat. I probably messed his name up. But so when he came into UFC, he was like the man, run through everybody. Okay. 3 fights in like a 3-month span, okay? That's unheard of. Now, the issue with him is since then, he's literally fought basically once a year. The last time he's fought has been a year, and it's going to be 5 days when he fought Kamaru Usman at a catchweight of 180. He was supposed to fight, and then he had COVID real bad. He sat out for a while, and then he was supposed to fight Nate Diaz, missed weight by 9 pounds, and then ran through Kevin Holland. Fought Gilbert Burns, which was a great fight. That fight with Gilbert Burns was very good. Excuse me. And there's issues with him because Khabib basically said that he's hanging around the wrong people. He needs to start hanging around more Muslims, and so he's moved. Yeah, he's wilding out, drinking too much, doing whatever. But he's moved to Abu Dhabi. He lives there now. I don't know if he could fight in America right now. I really do not think he could fight in America because he hangs out. He's sweet. He's Sweden. He's wrestled and won gold for a Swedish national team, or I don't know if it's a national team, but he's won gold for Swedish wrestling. But he's Chesnian, and the Chesnian dictator is on the list of America. Like, we can't really mess with that guy. So I don't think he's allowed back in America. After he wins, he likes to yell Allah Akbar, which is perfectly fine. But you know how these good old boys in America are when you yell things that they don't understand.
Don't like that. Yeah.
If it's not what you gotta be Jesus, God darn it. Yeah, if it ain't that stuff, they're gonna get mad at you. So this is his second fight in over a year, and I'm not a fan of what's going on with his career because it's like you're fight. He's not young. He's always young, but he's 30. He's 30 years old. Fighting once every year is not really good. You know what I'm saying? It's not that great.
Yep.
You're fighting Robert Whitaker, who fought there last year and knocked out Ikram in one round, knocked him out. Okay, he's on 2-fight winning streak since losing to Duplessis, and he's a champion right now. So Robert Whitaker, he's still up in that upper echelon of he's still a top fighter at middleweight. He's only 33 years old, so he's not that. He's still still a little ways to go. His last 8 fights, he's 6-2. Only losses were to I believe it was Izzy and Duplessis. So he's still, to me, I think he's still up there as a good middle-weight fighter. This is going to be a real big test for Chimaev. If he stands up and what is going on over there?
I was trying to
does
right.
what he does. Yeah, just chill out for a second. If Chimaev does what he did last time with Gilbert Burns and Kamaru Usman, he might go to sleep because Kamaru took that fight on 2 weeks' notice and still almost won if it was a couple more rounds. So, but Usman's a way superior wrestler. He's not even a middleweight. It was a catchweight of 180. So what does that tell you about Chimaev? But for this fight, for Bobby Knuckles, for the Reaper, now you can hit it. For the Reaper,
Clubs bangers. Clubs bangers. Clubs bangers.
I'm still going with Chimaev. I got Chimaev. It's going to be a third round knockout. But yeah, I got I don't know why I said knockout. Take that away. It's going to be a third round submission. Yeah, or TKO. I don't think he's going to knock him out. But yeah, Chimaev. I love Robert Whitaker, but it is what it is. It is what it is.
Well, there you go. Make sure you put in your bets at whatever service you love, FanDuel, DraftKings, ESPN Bet, whatever it is. Make sure you put that in third round submission and or TKO, your choice there, for Khamzat Chimaev. And now we move to the main event of the evening. The featherweight championship of the world. Illia Topuria, proven himself to be a light-out finisher, 8 submissions and 5 KOs in his 15 wins. But his challenger has not been knocked out in a 33-fight career and has only been finished once, tapping to Dustin Poirier's triangle armbar in his UFC debut 12 years ago. So Max is just a legend. And so what are your thoughts on this awesome main event?
Well, I wrote down some stuff here because I didn't feel like wearing my glasses. I took my contacts out because I left my contact case over at someone's mom's house, so I got to go get that pretty soon. And whoever's it is, bring that distilled water over here because I forgot that too for my CPAP machine. But
has a name label and a number on the inside.
Name label and how good the water is going to be. You know what I'm saying? And look here, y'all. Some of y'all women be acting like y'all don't be snoring, okay? Some of y'all like, you wear CPAP. You be cranking too. Some of y'all be snoring, got the feather going up and down. Y'all need to check that too, okay?
The cartoon.
And the feather just be going up and down and stuff like that. Like, Jesus Christ, man. I was with this one young lady. She fell asleep under the covers. I thought she done farted because the covers done started going up and down. Man, she what is that? Let's not. I'm getting sidetracked. I be getting sidetracked sometimes. Think about stuff. But anyways, I had to write this down.
Dutch oven, son.
Yeah, it was Dutch oven. That breath was funky too, boy. I tell you what, throw an alto down there. But look here, Max Holloway. Let me stop him, boy. Make me laugh. Now, Max Holloway. All right, his 7th professional fight was in the UFC. His debut was against Dustin Poirier, and he lost. This guy has fought a who's who. Okay, he has a total of 29 UFC fights. Hush, sir. That's you probably a snore right there. Anyways, he has a total. Shoot, kick my ass. He has a total of 29 UFC fights. Okay, 29. All right. This guy has fought, like I said, he's fought a who's who. I had to write this down because I'm getting up there in age. This will be his. If you're counting the BMF title, this will be his 11th title fight. Okay, out of 29 UFC fights, this is going to be his 11th title fight. counting the BMF champion that we saw together. We were in Nashville. We messed out. We knocked out Justin Gagey at the last second. Everybody was going crazy. We were in Nashville. We were at a bar. The fight was going on. He said, "Let's see me right here." Knocked him out. I look over. I saw somebody throw a baby in the air. I don't know if they caught the baby, but somebody threw a baby in the air. They were so happy. I've never seen that before in my life. Only in Nashville, hanging out with Omar, where somebody throws a baby in the air, reacting to a damn fight. That's wild. That's crazy. We were the only.
I remember that. That was almost Friday.
Yeah, that was a great venue. But let's get back to this guy. He's lost to Volkanovski 3 times. Fought him three times. He's fought Dustin Poirier 2 times, I believe. He's fought Conor McGregor. He's fought Jose Aldo. He's fought Omar Fonseca once. You name it, he's fought the man. Okay, he's fought everybody at featherweight. He's probably going down as the best featherweight of all time. You can put Volkanovski 1A, 1B. Anyways, he's going for that strap again at age 32. He's still doing this, and I wish the fight that never happens when he's supposed to fight Khabib. He's moving up, champ versus champ, but he got sick the night before. As a fight that got robbed. We got robbed of that fight, just like Khabib versus Tony Ferguson. We got robbed of that fight also. But yeah, that's Max Holloway. I just want to touch on him and his greatness at featherweight. It's a weight class I used to weigh back in 1973, but I gained a couple pounds. I don't weigh that less anymore. But Illia Topuria.
1973, my ass.
1973. I was 127 pounds one time. I used to fight back then.
You ain't been 127 pounds since you came out your mama's womb. I don't want to hear that.
I lost 3 pounds last week. I had diarrhea. Leave me alone. Anyways, but Illia Topuria. Okay, this man is on the rise. Talk about he wants to fight Conor. He wants to fight. He wants to fight me. He wants to fight just about everybody. He wants to move up to 155. Said he can submit Islam, which is ridiculous. You're not gonna be able to submit Islam Makhachev. And don't be talking spice like that when you're over in Abu Dhabi. Come on now. Remember where you read the room and know your surroundings when you talk crazy like that. But he's defending the belt for the first time after beating Alexander Volkanovski, who might be a little too long in the tooth for that weight division. But with him fighting Max, you know it's gonna be a barn burner. You know, he's only had 7 fights in the UFC.
Yes, he will.
4 of them have been either performance or fire the nights. Okay. So you know they're gonna come to scrap. But the thing with Max is, even though he's 32 years old, he's been through a lot of head trauma. Pause. You know, some of y'all's wives been through a lot of head trauma. But it's a lot of head trauma, okay? Or throat trauma, whatever you want to call it. I mean, I get sidetracked again. But the issue with Max Holloway. Where'd you get that? I like that one. I like that one. You shot pop for that one. That was a good one. But yeah, so you got your Chuck Liddells, your other fighters, and things of that nature. You're good. Things of that nature. So whenever a fighter has fought too much, there's a time when age or their physical form kind of deteriorates, and for him it's going to be his head. Pause. You know, if he gets hit in the head too many times, he's probably going to go down. That stand-up warrior he had with Justin Gagey was great. It was great, but you can't be getting hit like that all the time, and you got to be smarter. So with that being said, now you can do it. With that being said,
Clubs bangers. Clubs bangers.
Yep.
Max Holloway's getting submitted 4th round. I got him losing in the 4th round. Illia Topuria is going to defend the belt and win in Abu Dhabi. And I'm pretty sure he's going to call out Islam after he does it. That's what I'm seeing. I can see it. I can feel it. I can smell it.
Wow. Okay, so listen to the premonitions, my friends, as Broken Matt would say. Shout out to Hardy Brothers. So you have a Topuria submission in the 4th round, which is following a 3rd round submission by Chimaev over Whitaker. Yeah. Y'all, listen up. TKO. Make sure you get those bets in. You heard it here first from the foremost, after our good friend Daniel Cormier, foremost UFC expert, Clubber D, the Combat G, 3rd round submission or TKO for Chimaev over Whitaker, and a 4th round submission for Illia Topuria over Max Holloway, which would give him only his second time being finished, in his illustrious 13-year career.
Yep.
Wow.
And, I want to do. I don't know if I should do a caveat because I honestly, to be honest with you, I can see Max Holloway winning this fight. But I'm not gonna hedge my bet. I think he's gonna lose this fight. And he's 5-3 in his last 8. But I don't know. Topuria, he's different to me. He's a different type of fighter, and I can see the Islam call out and fighting in Abu Dhabi with where Islam's fought the last few times. It's the money right there is just too much. You know what I'm saying? I can see Dana White. I can see him putting a little something in Max Holloway's drink. Hey, bro, hey, go down in the 4th round.
Whoa, little Diddy, watch out now.
If y'all look at it, the last pay-per-view, I was what was I, like 5-2 or 4-2 or something like that? I think only had 2. 4-3. Who's the third one?
I don't know. It was something. It was like 4-2 or 4. It might be 4-2.
I only had 2. I remember 2. It was only two L's. 2 L's. So I've been doing pretty good. All right. If you don't believe me, ask your mother or one of y'all's wives I don't like.
I mean, Instagram. It's on Instagram, so they can just go check themselves.
Everybody, go to the Instagram Ball and Buzz and see who I picked. Okay.
Like it.
Yeah. Leave a comment. If I'm wrong, kiss my ass. How about that?